You know the names Sora, Riku, and Kairi. But what if I told you their names aren't just names? They're a roadmap to their destinies, a prophecy of sky, land, and sea. And, for the tragic figures of Organization XIII, their very identities are a twisted puzzle hiding a deep, heartbreaking secret. We're about to peel back the layers on the hidden meanings woven into the very heart of these characters. Let's be honest. The story of Kingdom Hearts is a lot. It's a massive, tangled web of connections, memories, and identities that can be famously tough to follow. But underneath all that beautiful chaos, there's a foundation of powerful, deliberate symbolism. The series creator, Tetsuya Nomura, didn't just pick names that sounded cool, he wove their meanings right into the fabric of the universe. Their names are a keyblade, if you will, to unlocking a much deeper understanding of who they are. So today, we're breaking it all down. We'll start with the trio that started it all: Sora, Riku, and Kairi. We'll explore how their names, sky, land, and sea, don't just describe them, but actually define their roles in the cosmic balance of the universe. Then, we'll step into the twilight world of the Nobodies to uncover the profound, existential tragedy of Organization XIII, a group defined not by what they are, but by what they've lost. This is the story behind the story, the code hidden inside the names. And if you love getting into the weeds of Kingdom Hearts lore and finding all the secrets hidden in the games, you might want to subscribe. You won't want to miss what we have coming up. The entire Kingdom Hearts saga kicks off with 3 kids on an island dreaming of other worlds: Sora, Riku, and Kairi. Their friendship is the heart of the whole story, and their names are the blueprint for everything they become. Sora's name in Japanese literally translates to sky. This is, without a doubt, the most fitting and important piece of symbolism in the entire series. The sky is vast, open, and it touches everything. Just think about Kairi's letter from the second game.
There are many worlds, but they share the same sky. One sky, one destiny.
That isn't just a pretty line. It's a direct metaphor for Sora himself. He is the one sky connecting all the worlds and all their destinies. And that's literally his whole deal, right? Sora's defining trait isn't his strength or skill. It's his incredible ability to connect with people. His core philosophy, the line we all know and love, is,
"I don't need a weapon. My friends are my power."
And that's not just a typical hero trope, it's a literal truth in the game's lore. Sora's strength actually grows with every bond he makes. He travels from world to world, not as a conqueror, but as a friend who gets wrapped up in their stories, linking all these separate lives together. It goes even deeper when you think about his heart becoming a literal sanctuary, a sky for other hearts. Ventus's broken heart rests inside him for a decade, healing. Roxas and Xion, beings born from his own existence, finally find peace when they reconnect with him. He is the ultimate uniter, the one who brings all the broken pieces back together. But the name Sora also has a second, more interesting meaning. The same kanji, kong, can also be read as empty or void. This creates a fascinating duality. Sora is the sky, full of potential, but he's also a vessel, an emptiness that can be filled by others. It's why he's so easily influenced, for good and for bad. It's why Naminé could so easily rewrite his memories. His heart is an open book. It also makes him the perfect contrast to Vanitas, whose name comes from the Latin word for emptiness. They're two sides of the same coin. Vanitas is an emptiness born from pure negativity, while Sora is an emptiness defined by the positive connections he chooses to fill it with. Sora's journey is the journey of the sky. He stretches over every world, a constant source of light and optimism. He weathers every storm but always remains, a symbol of the bonds that hold the universe together. He isn't just a boy named Sky, he is the sky. If Sora is the sky, then Kairi is the sea. Her name comes from the Japanese word kai, hai, which means sea. The symbolism here is all about duality, just like Kairi's role in the story. First off, the ocean is a force of separation. It was the ocean that surrounded their islands, keeping them from seeing other worlds. It was a storm on that ocean that physically ripped them apart. Kairi herself is separated from her real home, Radiant Garden, and washes up on the Destiny Islands, adrift. Her story starts with being separated from where she belongs. This theme of separation follows her constantly. She's often the one who has to wait, the one left behind. In Kingdom Hearts 1, she's a princess of heart, with her heart literally torn from her body. In Kingdom Hearts 2, she's kidnapped and separated from her friends all over again. The sea is a vast barrier, and for a lot of the series, that's what Kairi represents. The goal that Sora and Riku have to cross an ocean of darkness to reach. But the sea isn't just about separation. It's also about connection. Tides go out, but they always come back in. A message in a bottle can cross an entire ocean. This perfectly mirrors Kairi's other role. The Pauku fruit legend, a promise that their destinies will be intertwined, is shared right there on the seashore. Kairi's lucky charm, a star made of thalassa shells, is a promise of reunion that Sora holds onto. It's a piece of the sea. A promise that no matter how far he goes, the tide will eventually bring him back to her. Her status as a princess of heart deepens this. The 7 princesses are pure light, with no darkness in them. Kairi is the heart of that light, the calm center that darkness wants to swallow. In a cool bit of wordplay, her name can also be heard as a homonym for nautical mile in Japanese, which again points to the distance and the journey needed to cross it. She is the safe harbor at the end of a long voyage. Even her nobody, Namine, fits this theme. While it's not an official etymology from the creators, Japanese fans have noted that her name sounds like Nami, Wo, the word for wave. She's a wave born from the sea that is Kairi, a powerful, temporary force that can reshape the shores of memory. Sora is the sky above and Riku is the land, but Kairi is the ocean that defines their world, the force that separates them but also promises they'll one day come home. With Sora as the sky and Kairi as the sea, Riku completes the trio as the land. His name in Japanese, Lika, translates to land or shore, and his symbolism is maybe the most complex of the 3. The land is the realm of mortals, the solid ground between the sky and the sea. It's a place of both light and shadow. The sun shines on the land, but it also casts long, dark shadows. And that, right there, is Riku. From the start, Riku is more grounded than Sora. He's more practical, a little cynical, and way more aware of how harsh the world can be. While Sora is just dreaming of flying away, Riku is the one actually building the raft to get them across the sea. But being so grounded also makes him vulnerable to the darkness that lives on the land. He gets tempted by its power, thinking he needs it to protect what he cares about. He opens his heart to it, lets the shadows pour in, and becomes a vessel for Ansem, seeker of darkness. His journey through the series is a literal walk across the land. After Kingdom Hearts 1, he's stuck in the realm of darkness, and his path back isn't some quick flight into the light like Sora's. He has to walk what he calls the road to dawn, a path in the twilight, the space between light and dark. He doesn't reject his darkness, he masters it. He accepts it as part of him. That's the core of his redemption, understanding that the land can't exist without shadows and that true strength is about balance, not purity. This makes him the perfect foil to Sora. Sora gets the Keyblade of the Realm of Light. Riku, for a long time, wields the Soul Eater, a blade of darkness, before he finally gets his own Keyblade, the Way to the Dawn. Even its name tells you everything about his journey. He becomes the one who can stand on the shore where light and darkness meet and not be consumed by either. Together, their names create a perfect elemental trinity. Sora is the sky that connects everyone. Kairi is the sea, the beginning and the end of the journey. And Riku is the land, the battlefield where light and dark clash, and where you have to stand firm to find your own balance. If the Destiny Trio are the fundamental forces of this universe, then Organization XIII is what happens when you try to defy those forces. They're an anomaly, a group of beings who, by all rights, were never supposed to exist. To understand them is to understand a tragedy that's not just sad, but existentially terrifying. The core tragedy, the lie of nothingness. First, you have to know what a nobody is. When someone with a strong heart has it stolen and becomes a heartless, their body and soul are left behind. For most people, that empty vessel just fades away. But for those with a really strong will, the body and soul hang on and create a new being, a nobody. They are the leftovers, the empty shells. They exist, but they're defined by what's missing. They don't have a heart. And because they don't have a heart, they're told they can't feel emotions. They can remember being happy or sad, but they supposedly can't feel it now. Their entire existence is just a hollow echo. This is the big lie their leader Xemnas tells them. He says they're nothing, and their only hope to become whole is to serve him and help create Kingdom Hearts, which he promises will give them their hearts back. This is the tragedy driving every single member. Imagine waking up one day as a new person, with your name, your past, and your ability to feel all gone. All you have are phantom memories of emotions and a constant aching emptiness. And your new boss tells you you're incomplete, a ghost, and the only way to become real again is to do exactly what he says. That's the psychological prison the organization lives in. The ultimate symbol of their stolen identity is in their names. Every member gets a new name, an anagram of their original name with the letter X added. This X is the recusant's sigil, a mark of heresy, a detail the series explained more fully in later games. It's literally a brand that marks them as Xehanort's property. Their true selves are jumbled up and marked with a symbol of their servitude. Their entire identity is a riddle they aren't allowed to solve. But here's the cruelest twist of all. Xemnas was lying. Nobodies can grow new hearts. By forming new bonds and making new memories, an empty vessel can start to generate a heart of its own. The very emotions they were told they couldn't feel were slowly, painfully starting to bloom inside them anyway. Their whole quest was a lie designed to keep them under control, because they were already on the path to becoming whole all on their own. You can really see this tragedy play out in the stories of its key members. Roxas is maybe the most tragic character in the entire series. He's Sora's nobody, created when Sora briefly became a Heartless. But unlike the others, Roxas has no memories of his past self. He's born a blank slate into a world of twilight, told he's a nobody, and given one job: kill Heartless. His tragedy is his fight for an identity that the universe itself tells him he can't have. He's literally told, "You were never supposed to exist." He makes real friends, feels the warmth of just hanging out, and finds simple joy in eating sea salt ice cream on a clock tower. He lives a life, but he's constantly reminded it's not his. He has a Keyblade, but it belongs to Sora. He has a face, but it's Sora's face. His friendship with Axel and Xion becomes his whole world. They're the only ones who see him as just Roxas. When Xion, a puppet made from Sora's memories, has to fight him and is erased from existence, her final wish is for Roxas to stop Xemnas. That loss pushes him to finally leave the only home he's ever known to fight for his own right to exist. The ultimate cruelty is when he's put in the virtual Twilight Town. He gets a perfect life, a summer vacation with friends and happiness, but it's all fake, designed to keep him quiet until he can be merged back with Sora. When he finally finds out the truth, his reaction is heartbreaking.
Looks like my summer vacation is over.
He fought so hard to be his own person, only to be told his entire existence was just a glitch that needed to be fixed. Axel's story is a tragedy of memory and friendship. Before he was a nobody, he was Lee, best friends with Isa. They joined the organization together with a secret plan, but something went wrong. Isa became the cold, ruthless Saïx, while Lee became Axel, the flurry of dancing flames. Having lost his best friend to the cause, Axel was adrift. When the new kid Roxas shows up, Axel sees a chance for a new connection. His famous catchphrase,
"Got it memorized?"
is more than just a cool line. It's a desperate plea. In a world where identity is fragile and emotions are supposedly fake, Axel clings to memory as the only proof that his bonds are real. If Roxas memorizes their time together, then it has to be real. This desperation drives him. He's torn between his duty to the organization and his real friendship with Roxas and Xion. He keeps secrets to protect them, but it only ends up pushing them away. When Roxas leaves, Axel is devastated. He tells him, "If you have a dream, don't wait. Act. Got it memorized?" He's encouraging his friend to do the one thing he couldn't, break free. His sacrifice in Kingdom Hearts 2 is the powerful conclusion to his journey. He gives his life to save Sora, not for some grand plan, but because Sora reminds him of his lost friend. He says,
"He made me feel like I had a heart."
In his final moments, he admits the truth he'd been fighting all along. His feelings were real. His tragedy is that of a man who found a real friendship, lost it, and sacrificed everything to honor its memory. Saïx is what happens when a nobody goes down the darkest path. His is the tragedy of a goal chased so hard that the original reason is completely lost. As Isa, he and his friend Lee had a noble goal: find a mysterious girl who was taken from their home. They infiltrated the organization as a means to an end. But the emptiness of being a nobody, plus the power he gained, twisted him. He got obsessed with rank and control, becoming Xemnas' right-hand man. He grew cold, his face literally scarred with the X, a constant reminder of the person he'd left behind. He became a berserker, channeling his rage and pain through the power of the moon, a cold, distant contrast to Axel's warm fire. The full tragedy comes out in Kingdom Hearts 3. When he's defeated, he confesses to Lee that he wasn't just power-hungry, he was jealous. He saw Lee making new friends with Roxas and Xion and felt abandoned.
"You're the one who went off and made other friends. Left her and me both in the dust. It infuriated me how you just exited our lives."
He was so focused on their original goal that he was blinded by the pain of what he thought was a betrayal. He sacrificed his friendship for the mission, only to realize way too late that the friendship was the only part that ever really mattered. From the elemental destinies of Sora, Riku, and Kairi to the existential sorrow of Organization XIII, these character names are so much more than labels. They're a masterclass in storytelling, weaving the game's core themes right into the cast. Sora is the sky that connects everyone. Kairi is the sea that promises both departure and return. Riku is the land, finding his balance between the two. And the organization? They are a profound tragedy about what it means to be a person. A collection of stolen lives manipulated by a lie that preyed on their deepest desire, to be whole. Yet, in their pain, they proved Xemnas wrong. They proved that even a nobody can feel, can connect, and can grow a heart. When Lee, Roxas, and Xion finally stand together in Kingdom Hearts 3, they take that sigil, that brand of servitude, and turn it into a mark of their friendship. It's the ultimate act of defiance. The lore of Kingdom Hearts is dense, but when you understand these hidden meanings, the whole saga takes on a new light. It's not just about a boy with a giant key. It's a philosophical epic about what it means to have a heart. But that's just how I see it. The beauty of Kingdom Hearts is that it means something different to everyone. So, I have a question for you. Which character's hidden meaning do you find the most tragic or profound? Is it Roxas's stolen summer, Axel's conflicted loyalty, or something else entirely? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey into the lore, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Until next time, may your heart be your guiding key.